Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog. And it's gonna be interesting what we actually talk about, because I don't know. First up, that opener was silly, I know. I was like, here's a fun idea, just, yeah, there you go. There's plenty of political stuff that could be talked about, and also another shooting, but it's so exhausting. I don't think anyone even cares about this stuff anymore. I really don't. But we care, but we don't care to care, because we're just so tired of it. Elections happen, a bunch of things happen out of it, interesting things, terrible things, the fallout of it as well. Another shooting happened. It's so tiring having all these shootings. The arguments just keep going in circles and circles and circles, and nothing's really happening. And so it's just exhausting to talk about, and I'm sure everyone's tired of it, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll even talk about it at all. But for the first half, let's talk about just things with the channel. So, Deltarune, doing that. That's been fun. I'm liking it, and I hear it's only the first chapter of it that you get right now because it's free. Obviously, you want to buy the game eventually. Support Toby Fox. Really good music. I'm liking it a lot. So we'll get through all that. Apollo Justice is happening. November is Fear, which is really good. I'm debating whether we want to do the expansions or not, and the sequels. Maybe not now. Maybe we'll make it every November. I don't know. Then random stuff, and then side channel, you got, Messenger is going to get finished soon. Working through Octopath ever so slowly. Gonna do more of this eventually. My Hero Academia, I'll put that on the side channel as well. I need to start working on the Kirby game footage, though, for that podcast episode. Because I want to cover all the games, too. So I gotta get to work on that, and that's gonna take a while. That's gonna be very interesting for sure. Especially because it's the first ones. Like, the first Kirby games don't deal with all that dark lore yet. At least, Dreamland, Pinball, Superstar. Well, the darkest lore is Milky Way with Marks. But once you hit, like, 2 and, like, Dreamland 2 and 3, you start to hit the dark matter stuff, and that's when the lore gets kind of ridiculous. And those are going to require long, deep dives, so I gotta get going on these things eventually. I feel like we're going to be barely through a couple of the games by the time we hit all 100 episodes right back at you at this rate. So I got to get my butt in gear on those eventually. And the gameplay footage will be on the side channel. I can't risk anything on the main channel necessarily until the podcast episode, because that's when it's going to be a big production work of it. The side channel stuff is going to be just all the gameplay, not really risking as much. I don't know, it's a big debate, because Nintendo kills channels. They've edged off a little bit these years, but it's still a risky thing, so I don't know what we're going to do, but we will have that podcast episode, and it's going to have gameplay footage of Kirby and everything, so it's something to debate. I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't know how that's going to go at all, but it's going to go somehow. But I'm really enjoying the podcast. By the way, link in the description we'll have for the new Kirby Dreamcast Twitter. That Twitter is going to have like a bot in it that will just broadcast, just telling when the podcast is out and stuff like that, and I also put up old episodes and things like that. I just gotta figure out how bots work on Twitter. I've seen them all the time, just gotta figure out how to make it work. And that account's only gonna be following, as far as following goes, you'll only follow Kirby enthusiast accounts and Kirby fan art accounts. So anything that gets retweeted from that account is just gonna be Kirby stuff, nothing else. There should be no commentary from it, just things that get tweeted directly will be things about the podcast. That's really what that's for, completely just for the podcast. At least that's the goal there. So you'll have a place to follow for stuff on that, and just seeing it put out just a bunch of fan art of other places and things like that. That should be pretty cool, at least in theory. Other thing is, there will be a giveaway for Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm going to give away about 5 copies of this game. I'm going to buy 6 copies of this game. I already know it. I'm going to buy one for me, and then there's just a bunch of other giveaways going to happen. And one of the giveaways is going to be the Gleam giveaway. So we'll have a link description for the Gleam giveaway as well, because Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out on the 7th of December. So I'll probably let that giveaway go until maybe the 10th of December. Give people time to get themselves a chance in there. Maybe they won't notice it until after the game comes out. And then I will announce the winner on the 10th. And then, yeah, somebody wins a copy. Good for them. And then we go through all the work of getting them that copy through Gleam. The other giveaway copy is going to be through different things, and that's what's going to happen. But we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways for Smash Bros. Ultimate, because hell yeah, we are. Come on, it's another Kirby game, basically, in a way. So I'm really excited for that, and you know we're going to play a lot of Kirby. With that, we're going to bring back, of course, the amiibo fights. I said this last week as well. Got a crap ton of amiibos. We will basically have to collect every amiibo for the Smash Brothers game. So when that comes around, if anyone wants to put in to help just have the funds to do it, let me know. Like, I can only do so much overtime. I put in a lot of overtime so that I can get the Smash Brothers copies, because I want people to enjoy that game. I want people to have a chance to play it, because not everyone can afford that game, and they really wish they could. And so that's what's happening there. You might be arguing, well, if they have a Switch, they should be able to afford it. It's like, no, well, they got the Switch, they got Mario Odyssey and other games that can last them a long time, and maybe they just don't have the money for the Smash and things like that. Or things can get tough even if you own a Switch at a certain time and then you're not able to afford a thing. So giving people a chance to have this. That's really the goal there, is just spreading just the joy. There you go, spread the joy. That's really the goal right there. So that's everything. All this I've talked about is Magic the Gathering Arena. So Magic the Gathering Arena, really enjoying that. We're going to have like daily footage on the side channel for God knows how long. I'm really enjoying it a lot. We're going to have just the default decks, custom decks, drafting, just a bunch of stuff on there. If we ever do competitive, God help me, I'm not good enough for that, but we may give it a try. And eventually there's going to be a friend list on there so that I can play against viewers, because some of y'all really like Magic too, so playing against y'all will be fun. I'm pretty sure I'll like it a lot better than playing Hearthstone was, because Hearthstone's legendaries are what always made me not like the game anymore. I'm doing really well and the legendary shows up and just wrecks me. While as in Magic the Gathering, there's of course some ridiculous cards, but there's a good chance of getting them myself, and there's also always just dealing with them. There's always a chance of having removal in some shape, or just some counter spell. Just there's ways to deal with things in that game. And so I like Magic better. Magic just feels more balanced if you just make the right kind of decks. And it's just very fun. And I just recommend it. If you're looking for a card game, I recommend Magic the Gathering Arena, because you get 15 free decks. So you start the game, you get 5 free decks, and it's just mono, one of each color, and they're okay, they're not that great. But every day you get a chance to get another deck, and eventually you'll end up with 10 decks after 5 days. And after that, after another day goes by, you get a chance to get 5 more decks. So you get 15 default decks given to you for free, and that gives you just a bunch of cards to play with that you can use to make more decks. That's pretty cool right there. They give you also opportunities to get gold. Gold can be used to play in other events, or to give you cards, or to just buy packs directly. It's like 1,000 gold to get a pack. And then, of course, there's gems to get packs as well, and you can do deals. I did at least the $5 deal, gives you a lot of gems and a lot of cards, which is very nice. And they give you opportunities to get packs as well. So, let's see here. So, as far as gold goes, there's a daily quest, but there's also just playing the game. You can get about like 1,000 gold from what I can tell from winning a bunch of games, but also some free cards as well. Your 5th win of the day gets you a free card, and then it goes up to 15 wins in a day. You get money as you go. It's either money or cards, so you have a bunch of ways to just earn more in the game. Then there's the weekly, so every week you get a chance to get 3 packs. Every 5 wins, 15 max in a week gets you a pack. So you have a bunch of opportunities to get cards in this game. It's way better than Hearthstone in that way. It doesn't have a dusting system, but that's pretty nice. I like what they got. I'm enjoying it a lot, really, really liking it. Certain decks are going to get played a lot, of course, but I'm liking it a lot. It's one thing, though, is drafting. Drafting is $5 a pop. That is way more expensive than Hearthstone. Hearthstone was like $2-3 a pop. This is $5. It's also 5,000 gold, which will take a while to earn up before you can play and draft. But of course, when you do drafting, you get to keep all the cards you pick. So that's why it is so expensive, because you get to keep all of that. So there's a lot of room to make decks, there's a lot of room to gain cards for free. Because you can also go into these drafts for gold instead of for gems. So that's something that's important, is you can 100% free play this game. And that's a nice option there. But I'm going to be giving them money because I like the game. I'm really enjoying it. They deserve money for it. And I like it. I really do. So an interesting thing is, we're going to cut in real quick this video talking about a draft we did recently for those of you who like Magic the Gathering and are playing Arena. So those of you who are interested in Magic the Gathering and Magic Arena, I'm going to show you this draft deck me and Jinx made real quick. Just so you can be... We're at 6 right now. We're at 6. I need to show our draft deck. So these are all the cards we drafted. These are all the cards we drafted. Just pause to see what they are. These are all the cards we drafted. These are the extra cards right here. These are the ones that we're not using in our current deck right now. Here's the deck we have. Adventurous Impulse, Blink of an Eye, Caress of Ooze, Elfheim, Druid, Fungal Plots, Growth. These are the things we have. These are what we have. Look at this deck. This is the deck we made. Me and Jinx made together. This is the deck we made to play in draft. Because, you know, draft, you gotta pick, and then you pick the things you're given, right? So this is the deck we made. Jinx was convinced we were gonna go 0-3. We're going 6-1 currently. We haven't finished playing the draft yet. She just said we should show it. So this is a deck we made. Can you believe this deck's going 6-1 right now? So what's working in this deck is we're using blue with Befuddle, Deep Freeze, Blink of an Eye, and Syncopate. With these few cards, we're using these cards plus the random creatures we get to stabilize. We're somehow using these cards to keep us alive in the match. And then we're whipping out things like Llanowar Scout with Tatyova, Benthic Druid. Tatyova plus these scouts, because she gets whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Because of this, and the scouts, we just keep putting land on the board and getting HP and card draw so that we can just keep drawing out either tricks to keep us alive, or creatures to get in the way, or just whatever, all in the goal to get Thorn Elemental or Grun the Lonely King. We've only used this guy once. It's been Thorn Elemental like every game, keeping us alive. And we're getting really, really bad draws. We keep having the mulligan. We get ones where we just have nothing but land, so can't do anything. Or we have no land, or 1 land. We got as far as like mulliganing down to 4 cards, and we still won a match. We've mulliganed down to 5 cards a couple times, and still won the matches. We've only lost 1 match so far, and it's because we had just a really, really, really bad draw. But we've just had bad draws, and we're pulling them off, and we're right now 6-1 in draft. I don't even know. Jinx can't even comprehend it. But, later on, when we actually record the vlog, I'll tell you how well we did. Maybe we'll just lose 2 more after recording this, but going pretty well. And since I've done a draft with Jinx, we'll do drafts on the Magic the Gathering Arena matches. Magic the Gathering recording for the side channel in the future, seeing how well I can draft on my own without Jinx. But yeah, we're at the point where it's 750 to do drafting, and we're at 850 right now. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So back to the vlog. So yeah, there's that. That's ridiculous. It's that deck has worked out. We won 6 and out. We went 6 wins and we lost the next 2 games after that video. But it was it's pretty good. We had a lot of fun with it. Jinx didn't think we should win at all. She thought we were going to 0-3 with it, but we did really good. It was a lot of fun. Intense matches with that. I tried drafting on my own without Jinx. I'm not very good at drafting. I gotta learn how to draft better. I won 0-3. It's gonna be a video on the side channel. It's gonna be called Rough Draft. It's very embarrassing. Right now, me and Jinx are doing another draft together, and we're going like 1-2 right now. It's pretty rough, but we're trying. So there's gonna be just a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena footage on the side channel, and maybe on occasion on the main channel. If I get like a really good video here and there, I'll probably put on the main, just to show off the game. I'm enjoying it. I really am. And we'll see time dedicated to it a little bit here and there. But here's the thing, of course, is you're noticing there's a lot of projects happening. We're doing a lot of things. By the way, Gundam Abridged or Winged will eventually happen. We'll eventually do that. We're just busy. Jinx has school. I have work training. And that's the thing is, Thanksgiving week, things are going to get nuts. Because the way my job works is when your first year, you have to go to all 3 plants. So I did my first plant, and I'm going to go to my second plant. My second plant, I get up at 5 a.m. I work all the way until... So I get up at 5, I drive an hour to work, so I work from 6 to 2, then I need an hour to get back home, so I'm back home at 3, but I'm trying to set it up where I can do some overtime with the first plant I was at, because I like that plant so much, but also because I need to get my hours for a certificate that makes me a full... There's a lot of complicated stuff that I'll have to explain in another video, or I can explain now for time. The way it works is, I'll explain this now. But before that, I'll explain... Basically, Monday through Friday is going to be insane as far as time goes. I'm still going to try to do the 2-hour streams from 6 to 8 every day. I'm going to try to as best I can. But there might be times when it becomes like 6:30 to 8:30. Or just 6:30 to 8 and we just do one thing. That's what might happen Monday through Friday. And then the weekends are just dedicated to getting as much content out as I can. Just workhorsing it right there. That might be what happens. We'll see. The reason for that is just because the schedule's changed. It's just a different place. While as where I am currently, I can do freaking 10-hour days. So I can do 4 10s and then I got 3 days off, which was really nice. And I would wish I could keep it that way. I really do. And that's why I eventually intend to come back to this plant so I can do these 4 10s. Because I really like 4 10s. It gives you 3 days to do whatever you want. You just have 4 heavy days. And I like that a lot. And so, things are just going to be rough for the next 4 to 5 months. 6 months, 7 months. Things are going to be rough for the next 7 months as far as schedule goes, but I will try my best to do the dailies, and then we just do a lot on the weekends. And because of that, we'll see what gets sacrificed. We've been doing Soul Calibur on Sundays. That might get sacrificed into something else. And then December 7th, of course, is Smash, which means one of the evenings is going to be dedicated to Smash. We might be doing Smash all the time also, but I want to do the amiibo fights again because that's such a fun thing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing amiibo fights. Some of us really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Those of you not familiar with it, amiibo fights are, we put my amiibos into Smash. They train up through Smash Brothers because they're going to be level 1. They get stronger and stronger and stronger. I'll put handicaps and stuff on them and everything. And we make bets with play money, of course, on who's going to win these matches. And whoever does the best at the end of the night gets a free game from me. Because I have a lot of games from different places donated to us. And someone gets a game. And it's just fun just betting on AIs. Because these AIs do develop depending on how they play and how they fight and everything. They do develop, and they do get tendencies. That's what's very interesting is, the amiibo AIs do get tendencies. And so there's things that you'll like or not like about these amiibos. And it's going to be very interesting seeing them develop, especially with how big the roster will get. So I'm looking forward to that as well. It's just a fun thing. It's just a very fun thing. And yeah, so let me explain how my whole work thing works. So, in order to do my job, because it's such an important job for the state and the city and everything, is you have to have certificates and licenses and stuff like that. You need certain education, certain hours, certain tests taken, things like that. Passed the test, did a bunch of all these other things, all this education, but you need hours. I need 1,880 hours as a plant operator to become a full-fledged one. Like, I need just hours at a plant to become a full-fledged operator. That's what I need. I'm currently at almost 900 hours. So the plan is I've just been doing a lot of overtime to get more hours. So that's what's happening. So when I go to this other plant, I'm going to try to get overtime hours at the plant I'm currently at so that I can just get these hours sooner, become full-fledged sooner, and get to just go where I want to go and not do training anymore, and just be at a spot, be focused, and just dedicate to a certain plant. And the plant I want to work at is the one I'm at currently because it's literally 10 minutes away from my house instead of the next one I'm going to, which is an hour away. An hour commute. One way, which means I'm spending 2 hours a day driving. That's why I really don't want to work at this other plant, but it is what it is for the next 4 to 5 months, so sucks to be me. And then the third plant's a 30-minute drive away, so it's not as bad. But still, 10-minute drive? Of course I'm going to love that. So, that and I like the people at the plant. It's a very fun plant. But, so that's what I need. I need another, basically, 1,000 hours. So, what they're doing is, they're letting me do, depending on certain days, depending on what's going on with the work at the plant, they're allowing me that when I get off at 2 at the plant I'm going to be at, they may give me 4 more hours at their plant. So some days I'll be driving down from one plant to the other and working until 6 p.m. So I gotta drive home, which is only like a 10-minute drive away. Drive home, take a quick-ass shower, 5-minute shower, because men can do that, and then be able to stream at 6:30. And then we'll do 6:30 to 8 or 6:30 to 8:30, depending. And so there you go. And that's only on days where I'm able to get those hours. That's not always going to be offered, but there's going to be times when it is. So I'm going to be working myself pretty nuts at certain points. Might get really tired, but it just gets my hours sooner. And the sooner I get the hours, sooner I can just be where I want to be. So things are going to be really rough for the next couple months. I know I said this like a year ago. I'm like, things are going to be really rough. I said then too, trying to get into this spot. But eventually, finally, things will normalize by next summer. By next summer, whatever schedule I got is what it's going to be. It's going to be a rotating schedule, of course, but I'll know what it is for the rest of my life until I get another job or something. Then I'll know it. Because, as I've said before, for this plan, it is you do 4 months of days. The first 2 months are Saturday through Tuesday from 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That is the first 2 months. Then the next 2 months, the next 2 months are Tuesday to Friday for 10 hours, 6:30 to 4:30 as well. So then I'm just on the weekdays, I'm working, then I got the weekends, and that's what's happening. After that is a swing shift, where I work for 5 days. No, I work for 4 days. Yeah, I work for 4 days for 10 hours still, from 2:30 to 10:30, and to 12:30. 2:30 to 12:30 at night. That's what's happening for a month. And then it's swing, which is a month of where you get, like, I think it's Thursday, Friday is graveyard, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are swing. So those are 5-hour days. But that's how it's mixed up, so it's very weird, but I still get 2 days off. And then it is graveyard, which is just 5 days, 8 hours each, working from 10:30 to 6:30 in the morning. So that month, of course, is going to be very rough, but we'll do what we can through that. We still streamed. I still streamed. We still did the 6 o'clock. Like, what I eventually did was, we did the 6 o'clock stream and everything. Like, I go to bed, like, during graveyard shift, I go to bed and wake up at, like, 2 or something. We do whatever, do the stream. And then from the stream, I go straight to, well, then after the stream, I do whatever, like, eat dinner, and then go to work, and then work happens, and then at 6:30 in the morning, work's over, I go home, and I go to sleep, and wake up again at like 2 or 3 or whatever, and then so on and so forth. So, we're able to maintain our stream schedule, except for, obviously, the swing shift and split shift. Those 2 months, I'm going to be working during those hours, so obviously I can't do that. But then we'll have that schedule. That's if I get to go to the plant I want to go. If I don't, then we'll see a different schedule. But that is the schedule I want, and hopefully we get that. And yeah. And we'll see how well we deal with that. But that is a good position, I think. Just having 3 days off gives a lot of room to get a lot of channel stuff done. And hopefully someday if Scarf gets a relationship, there's time for a relationship and getting channel stuff done. Pretty much. Also, room for the gym and things like that. My plan right now when it comes to the gym was going to be, I work out Friday and I work out Sunday when I go to the new place. Work out Friday and Sunday. Just, that's how I'm going to do it. Because I don't want to burn myself out for work. Since work is so early in the morning. So I'm going to work out on my days off. That's it. For the days I do work, I'm going to be walking literal miles every day. So I'm not really worried about exercise on work days. I'm really not. The plant is huge. The plants are stadium-sized. They are gigantic things. There's a lot of room to walk around and you have to check out. So because of that, I'm going to get plenty of exercise on work days. It's on the days off I got to figure out how I'm going to exercise. Because I'm getting a bit plumper. I know I am. So I got to work on that. And it's really just from overeating because I just get so tired of overeat. I got to work on eating better while being tired. That's something I got to work on for sure. But yeah, that's definitely how that's going to be. So that's my workout schedule, and so I got to get the channel around that and everything like that, social life, all the things around it. And we'll see how well it works out. And I have gone long. Okay, so real quick, anything politics and everything. There's a check now. There's some checks and bounces that are possible now, so we'll see how that goes. And we'll see how the next 2 years are. We'll see how the next 2 years are. I'm wondering how many shootings it's going to take. It's literally going to take once enough people are affected by shootings that something actually happens. Pretty much it's just one broken family at a time until there's enough people who want gun reform. That's what's going to happen. That's all it's going to have with shootings. That's unfortunate, but that's what it's going to be. And oof, that's rough. That's what it is. I don't know what to talk about right now. Not like next week, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. It's usually whatever comes up gives me things to talk about, but I got nothing. Everything's politics now, and I can't talk about it anymore. At least not right now. I'm burnt out on it. Like, the sponge is soaked. I just, what, how many times can you rant? How many times can you flip out, right? Like, how many times? So, I don't know. Maybe happier topics, other philosophy, I have to come up with something I want to talk about, though, for those. if anyone has anything they think is interesting worth talking about, let me know as well. But we'll see what the next vlog's going to be. Oh, by the way, of course, Thanksgiving, I'm going to be gone, be in Vegas for Thanksgiving. So the 22nd, 23rd? I think 22nd, 23rd, all the way to like that Monday. You'll see tweets, but you won't see any streams or anything because I'll be gone. There'll be stuff on the channels because we'll work ahead, of course. And then again on Christmas and New Year, I'll be gone again then too. So those are times I won't be around, and I'll just be working like hell to make sure I got things done before then. And that's probably one of the biggest weaknesses we have is we're not timely in that everything we do is for 2 weeks later. So all my Magic the Gathering Arena stuff, anything that comes out is from 2 weeks ago. And so it's not as topical. But it's just, I just want to have gameplay out there. I want to make sure there's always gameplay out there to enjoy and have fun with. And so it's not timely, but it's still something to enjoy. And that's what it is. Because like there's going to be like Day 9's special event in Magic the Gathering Arena footage. And that's from like a couple weeks ago and stuff like that. It's easier with LPs than it is with live things like Magic, so there's that, but it is what it is. And yeah. It's important that you know I appreciate y'all, by the way. It really is. That's why I do the giveaways, and I do a bunch of secret giveaways too. I give people things that people have just been around like to appreciate them and everything. Because I just appreciate y'all. You know, you're all in this with me. It's a very, very interesting time that we live in. So many people sharing and trying to entertain and have fun together. It's a very interesting just space that we've all created for ourselves in this world. And I appreciate all of you. I really do. So that right there is the vlog. I had fun talking to you for watching and listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. By the way, on days where I know I'm not going to do any exercise really, I'm trying to do 100 push-ups and sit-ups again. And oh my god, 100 push-ups suck. No, not sit-ups, crunches. No, not crunches. Squats. They're called squats. Squats. So 100 push-ups, 100 squats. My hips are angry at me. My arms are angry at me. I forgot how much it sucks to do these things. Wow. But, yeah. Exercise is a bitch. See you later.